Hello. Okay, there we go. Okay. I've been messing around with audio stuff, so we'll see how it goes, and if anything is weird, let me know. Okay. Whoa. Palshia with the Ragu Beast Vulture. I don't think this is the first time I've seen him use this kind of a thing, but it's not something he's brought up terribly often. A quick shot. Tom Huckabye's not a huge surprise because I'm using it. I guess V2 players in general use Tom Huckabye quite a bit, and I think the BR players as well have realized that it's a pretty good bomb. But again, I don't think this is a build I've seen him use too often, so I think he's doing some experimentation in the early rounds of this tourney. Aster with the Gladiator Sword Storm. I'm not sure if I've seen this either. Yeah, I feel like recently he's been leaning into B-Bear and May Vertical mostly, or May V-Laser. But I think he has been taking a look at Gladiator recently as well. And the second build looks like Rebecca Vertical, if the game ever loads. I don't know if this is just me falling behind or the net playroom lagging a lot. Doesn't look like the ping is spiking, so it's probably just me. Anyway, in terms of the builds that both players have so far, Palshia's Rahu Beast Vulture. It's tough to pin down, and okay, it looks like it's not just me who's lagging. Tough to pin down for sure. The standard X makes it even harder to stay in close range and try to punish Vulture's setup time. I'm inclined to believe that the Rahu Beast Vulture will play better. Will have an advantage when playing into the Gladiator Sword Storm. They're both long-range builds, but I feel like Sword Storm would probably be an easier gun for Rahu Beast to dodge than Vulture for Gladiator. Second build, Aster's got Rebecca Hornet. I think Hornet could fare decently well into both Rahu Beast and Rebecca as long as Aster's able to close in and keep a relatively mid-range. But Standard X and Quick Shot are both fairly good at pushing opponents out, so we'll see how well Aster is able to stay close. And we're into it on Nature Park. exciting custom Robo gameplay off the bat. Both players at max distance smashing B. Aster takes a little bit of chip from the standard X. This is the distance pick as this couple swords storm hits in. And really, Palshia has feint F as well, which will make it extra hard for Aster to try to approach. Thankfully, he doesn't have to with the sword storm. He lands a couple hits there, but it's easier for him to get chipped out, as has happened already. Although the sword storm's landed a handful of times, Palshia does have that health lead. It's an overload on the glide air from those vultures. Aster swaps over to the Rebecca Hornet. Aster's also got feint, which might help a bit with hitting on this rocket beast, but at such a long distance, the Hornet's not going to be too much of a threat for Palshia. Aster's got to try to find a way in. He's getting chipped out by the long range options for Palshia. Gets close, almost lands the Hornet, but Palshia dodges out of the way the vultures come in. Down Rebecca. Glide air sword storm back out. Aster again, struggling to find a way in. Glide air sword storm's quite low health. Now Rebecca back on the field, hits down. Palshia's yet to bring out the Rebecca quick shot. Robo Beast Vulture is just such an uphill climb for Aster to try to get in. It's down again by some more vultures. Just slowly chipped away by everything. It seems like Aster's going to be able to find a way in this game. Palshia takes it. Best of 3 to start off, so Aster still has another chance here in this first round. But that looks fairly one-sided in Palshia's favor. So currently sitting at 22 buffer. 22 buffer for 190 ping. Really excellent conditions that us custom Robo players endure. So Palshia's swapping to one of his more standard builds, this Blade Flame Tomahawk B. The Robo Beast Vulture was faring perfectly well, although that was on Nature Park. Looks like Aster is swapping from the Hornet over to the vertical, which I think makes sense. I think that'll fare a little bit better from further distance. Okay, Palshia's decided to stick with both of his builds from the first match, Rocket Beast Vulture and Rebecca Quick Shot. Only change is Aster is swapping from Hornet to vertical on that Rebecca. We're on Bathroom. So it'll be a little tougher for both players to get ideal value out of their first skills. These long skills. Aster gets a nice overload with that Sword Storm. Comes out of the Seraph, I think that was, maybe Gemini D. I was gonna say he's playing patient, but he was going a little greedy on these vultures. He gets hit by his Seeker. But he does still have a bit of a health to do here. Oh, Aster seems to be clawing it back. It's a vertical on the Robo Beast. Rebecca's come out for the first time. Aster gets a couple Sword Storm hits in. He's trying to close the distance. Jumps into a Tomahawk B, but it's not looking terrible. Oh, Aster falls on another Tomahawk B, and it's a lot of damage. Narrowly avoiding that charge. Aster's back up into this corner here. Easy quick shot. Ultra G to Tomahawk B. Ultra's not quite able to close it out. Aster only has 30 health. Swaps over the Rocket Vertical. Ultra's doing a really good job of forcing Aster into these corners, making it hard for him to avoid jumping or getting launched into the Tomahawk Bs. Ultra's big damage part. And he just sort of tanks those verticals and gets a quick shot in to take the first match. 2-0. Palshia moves on to O. Next up, Lucca Masker. Looks like Lucca is going to be streaming his own match versus Battle Masker. So, just waiting for GraX and Oni Rayoh to show up. And if that doesn't happen, I guess I'll just restream Lucca's match. Okay, we got them. Okay. So I'm still waiting on Oni Rayoh to show up. So I'm gonna... Where the hell is it? Alright. That looks good. We'll just watch Lucca versus Masker in the meanwhile. Lucca with the Splash Mountain. There we go. Splash Mountain with Solar Pillar throwing P. It looks like a very unfun build to contend with at close range or long range. Well, long range maybe, but mid range for sure, it would be tough. This guy's Ox V Laser as per usual. V Laser with dual C is not a combination I would pick. I like it with a G Blast, but seeing Master use this Ox V Laser dual C build over the past few tourneys, I think it works quite well as well. Lucca's got Breaker Splash on his second build. It looks quite similar to his Breaker Throughway, but he's got Splash instead. I'm wondering if maybe he's trying to prove a point with Splash. I'm not sure if this is exactly the match where that point will be proven. Master's got his Pepper Flare on the second build. Look a look at the parts. Oh well. Oh, there they are. Excellent. First match here on Basic Cell. He tries to dash in. He gets got by dual C, but he's just matching Splash into the obstacle. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Here's what I expected out of this build, just sort of locking the opponent down in a corner and chucking gigantic blasts all over them. Oh, big bear charge. Master gets a nice sweet spot on that flare. This Breaker Splash I feel like is going to be nigh impossible for Master to deal with outside of maybe a very well placed V-Laser ground shot. He doesn't really have much hope of catching it with either of his builds, as in just sort of running it down or dashing at it. And the satellite might actually come in handy if Luke is not careful about how he dashes, but I don't know. Doesn't seem terribly likely that Master will be able to do much to contend with this Breaker Splash. Yep, simple game one for Lucca. Checkmate Foundry for game 2. Lucca's sticking on his builds. Master looking for a change on his Ox, which I think makes sense. Actually, I feel like the Velours can do fine enough against the Metal Bear Splash, and can occasionally do decent against a Breaker Splash. So maybe a change up on the Pepper Flare would have been better, but he's elected to swap Velours out for Flame, which I think can also work fine. Traditionally, Flame is a splash counter just because of the range. Against Breaker, I think it'll be ineffectual still, but into the Splash Mountain, I think it can get some work done. Nice, just like that, yeah. He just dashes up though, and does splash things. Okay, misses his charge. Master gets a free flame in. Not a huge punish, but then again, there's not a whole lot more he could have done with this build. Maybe a dual C first, but yeah. A similar story as last match. Master is going to have quite a bit of trouble ever hitting this Breaker. Oh, does manage to get a flare in. Nice flame. Catches that dash in, but he just dashes in again and gets a charge off. Okay. Masker hits Lucca into that B blast. Oh. Gets a flare off the Tagworth. Pepper's short little legs can't quite make it over those sandbags. Oh, gets another flare. He's not quite out of this yet. Don't tag, please don't tag. There we go. Did not tag into his low health Robo. Doesn't quite avoid that sub K, or crescent K. Yeah, Lucca's just whittling him away. And Master can't really contend. Holds the tag until his Ox is back to full health. Gets a nice down cancel. Oh! Bear charge beats Ox charge. Almost a very good match, though. Well, actually, no, it was a good match, but Master almost got it back. Okay. Okay, we're going to continue on with the tourney. Hopefully Oni Rayoh shows up soon. Do me versus GraX now. I have no idea about Graxel's play and builds. This will be a fun surprise. Okay. Fortunately, no one is around to commentate this match, and I don't want to commentate over my own match. But, no, why is my controller not working? There we go. Nice. Graxel is quite a good player. Noted. Okay, looks like on the other side, Palshia beat Lucca 2-1. Okay. Got Battle Masker versus Aster up next. So looking at the previous tourneys, I think last time they played was first round of last month's tourney. I think Aster had taken that. Double check. Yeah, Aster won that match 2-0, but Masker had one previously when they matched up. I think it should be a fairly close match. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who has the... what in God's name? Okay. Okay. Someone's got the 16 by the widescreen code on. So I guess I'll turn that off and turn that off. Is this Will this cut something off? I think this might cut something off. Here we go. Okay. We roll with it. Presumably Master's hosting. Alright, Aster's bringing out the bee-bear this time around. Master's got his Ox Flame off the bat. I think I do like that matchup into bee-bear a bit better than Ox V-Laser. And what's Aster got there? Nibble Slicer, okay. Slicer can inflict a lot of down if the right number of projectiles land at the right range. But if Aster doesn't space it correctly, then you could just end up getting out-traded by the Ox. Aster's got the Peppered Flare on his second build again. Alright. Starting off here on... What is this stage called? Basic Cell. Jesus. Let's players trade a couple bomb pod hits. Aster gets a couple downs off of Flame. It's pulled ahead. Small lead. Aster gets a Slicer in, but not much damage or follow-up off of that. Aster's brought out the Pepper Flare. Gets a nice sweet spot off there. Good charge clash. Was a lot of damage from that bear charge. But Aster gets a point blank Hornet. Gets a charge on the down, just barely. Another Hornet, no down, no charge down there. Aster goes for a Flame, but trades it out because point blank Hornet. Little reset to neutral. Masker gets another Flare as Aster tries to approach. Both players tagging into their LDs. And just sort of wailing on each other. Looks like they've now elected to keep a little bit of distance. They both have pseudo-spacing guns. Aster gets a hit in first with Slicer. Aster goes for a charge, trying to dodge something likely, but Aster just punishes. Ox charge for the win. Catches the nibble on that backwards motion of the charge. Unfortunately, nothing else about Ox is good. So now Aster, both players on fairly low health. Aster just barely lives somehow? Question mark, tag? Okay, he doesn't need to tag, he just... Big Balls lands a dual C Flare on 22 health. Aster takes game one. Quite an interesting matchup. Yeah, quite the game one that we've gotten off to in this series, this match. Aster sticking on B-Bear and Nibble Slicer. I wonder what this actually looks like with the, I'm gonna do a little bit of experimentation, since we usually don't play with the widescreen code on. This looks okay, I think. Maybe. I think it should be fine. practice stage. Excellent, excellent Holosseum. Aster gets a couple of Hornets in just around that middle obstacle. Oh, huge Ox charge. Aster's evened it up. Some nice, smooth, lagless gameplay. Oh my god, Master down cancels on the standard S. Aster doesn't get any follow up there. It's a couple slicers in, but no substantial damage yet. But if Master keeps falling on these slicers... Oh, nice Robo one hit. Master tags out, gets a little Hornet trade. Clips the Ox charge that time with the Hornets. Master tries to dash in, but doesn't quite out-trade the bear. Robo 1 gets a lot of damage, but point blank, no down. Aster just gets some bear charges in for free. Still winnable for Masker, but Aster's in one-hit territory on this Pepper. Ox has a bit of health to spare, so Masker brings it out. Oh, tries to charge mid-stage, gets clipped by some Hornets again. Another extremely speculative charge, but Aster Aster tries a bear charge at an interesting time. Just sort of tanks the flame and charges again afterwards. It's 1-1. Yeah, I think having the parts like this is fine. They don't end up that far outside of the center of the screen that often anyway. Aster again sticking with B-Bear Slicer, Nibble Slicer, and I think that's reasonable. They seem to fare fine enough in that match. Is he a Hornet on Masker's side? No. No changes from either players. Into Crevice Court now. Masker with an opening gambit of a flame from 5 miles away. Gets a little bit of a hit on that flame there. Oh, Masker just gets bounced around by the divings and the Hornets. Yeah, Aster is doing what this build does. Just vomiting hitboxes. Aster is getting chipped quite a bit by them. Aster is doing a decent job of spacing outside of that Rocky 1 range. Aster gets a little bit of a hit there, but not a huge amount of damage. You got quite the hill to climb. The Rocky 1 can make up a lot of damage just like that. Aster gets a tag worth in the slicer in, but yeah. It's a decent health lead for Aster. He gets another down on this Ox from a couple slicer hits. My standard S, not quite any follow-up there. Gets another standard S. That's a better follow-up there. Gets it down. Tries to charge in, but Masker tags. Gets a nice punish with the Raku 1. Dodges that charge very well. Not much punish there, unfortunately. He's moving away. Middle obstacles have been completely obliterated. Still no chance against Slicer and Rahu 1. Masker's evened it up quite a bit. Aster still has a bit of a health lead. And extends it a little bit more with that Slicer hit. But it's certainly winnable. Nibble has the lowest defense on the field. Oh! Just charges straight over that flame, and Aster takes it 2-1. Good match. Very laggy match, but other than that, it was good. Back on. Aster 2-1. GraX versus Aster up next. Lucca is currently playing up against rayoh. I'm not sure I've ever seen rayoh play, so I'm interested to see what builds they bring out. But not the match I will be taking a look at right now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hero's got Halberd Splash, Straight to Diving Ground, and Soul Ion Geotrap. Okay. These are some builds. Unless... No, that should be Onira. I think Lucca should be player 1. Lucca is posting. Yeah, quite a set of builds there. Alright, fuck it. While we're waiting for GraX to show up. Score is not 1-2. I'm pretty sure it's 0-0. Okay. Oh, nasty down cancel wouldn't fall up there. Ooh. Messed up that charge combo a little. Oh. Okay. Enough goofing off. We have a match to watch. Oops. Okay. Aster and GraX deciding if they want to actually do stage picks or just gentlemen's or random. Okay. We've elected for the incredibly competitive strategy of going basic stage first, basic arena first, and then randoming for the rest of the matches, which is fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Aster's got the quick builds. Quick build selection code. Pulled up his B-Bear. Do I have Aster's code? I do, good. Whoa! That's with a May Rainfall. Rayfall. Rayfall is not a gun that people use very often, but I think it does have a decent use case up against an MG here. And into Rebecca, maybe less so. Although if Aster does have to keep moving. If GraX keeps putting out Rayfalls, but Sassy Center can do that quite well, so if Aster keeps his movement up, then should be no issue. This Dowerhead Hornet I had played against in my second game of me versus Graxel, and it's similar to Aster's B-Bear. It's just good at putting stuff out, so Aster may struggle with his own Hornet build into that, but the Rebecca again shouldn't have too much difficulty, at least dodging. Counterattacks maybe, but we're here. The first match, Graxel's deployed some Rayfalls, got a bit of damage in early. This makes sense as the game plan we're seeing. So it's a nice 191 damage for free. Well, not for free, but with no response from Aster. Aster finally lands first hit, gets a little P-blast in. That's a little bit more follow-up on the down. But yeah, this is the game Graxel wants to play. Just long-range spam. It's much more effort for Aster to dodge Graxel's weapons than Graxel to dodge Aster's. So as long as Aster doesn't approach, Graxel's perfectly happy to just stay back and mash B. See that here. Hornet's not quite able to contend with a Sassy Center just moving up and down. So Graxel's just getting lots of free hits in. Now with the vertical build, Aster can potentially match value in medium to long range. But even so, vertical is definitely a lot easier to dodge from long range than Rayfall, as we're seeing on the screen. Graxels have a much easier time. Ooh. So rough down cancel to close out game one. Very easy match for Graxel. Aster was not able to contend too well with the Rayfall. Like I said, it's not a gun that people use very often, so not out of this world for Aster to not really have an idea of how to play into it off the bat. Graxel sticking with his two builds. Aster looking for a change up on the Bear Hornet, and I think that makes sense. It definitely struggled a lot more into that Rayfall, and probably would have struggled with the Dower Hornet if that ever ended up coming out. Aster's on this Gladiator. I'm not sure what gun. Doesn't seem like he has a particular build in mind. He's brought out the Phoenix. Oh, good God. Do we see an LR? Oh, no. Disaster, disaster. Do we see Standard X Dolphin X? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, could be sex. Marginally less cancerous. Ah, never mind. Okay, there it is. Oh, okay. I think this should have a winning matchup into probably both of GraX's builds. Phoenix is much faster than Rayfall. So Aster should just be able to launch that and fire some standard X's and pressure GraX probably into the Phoenix. There's a hit right off the bat. But Aster does have to be careful not to stand still too much while firing Phoenix, otherwise that'll happen. Rayfall can just go over obstacles, as Phoenix does as well. Aster's been forced to tag first, took a considerable amount of damage from that Rayfall there. We see the Dour Hornet come out for the first time. I think Rebecca Vertical should be able to play decently well into this. Dodging around Hornet's not too much of an ask for a Sassy Stunner, and Vertical can land some hits onto Dourhead if Aster's careful about the timing. Oh, extremely slow moving Crescent P catches Aster in midair. Aster gets a little bit of the vertical hit in there, but tagged by some Hornets on the way out. Tags back over to Swift Phoenix. Yeah, GraX is too high up for that. Too high and too close for that Phoenix to have a chance to hit. Ooh. I like that. I like that combo from the Phoenix into the charge. Still a cancerous build, but good execution there. Doing a much better job staying in mid-range here. Aster's able to land a good few verticals and a couple charges as well. Gets an overload there. Prevents a considerable amount of potential damage. I'll dodge around those Rayfalls. Aster has quite a big lead now, off the back of that Phoenix swap. GraX's down to single hit territory on this May Rayfall. He's now going to be forced to stick with this Dourhead Hornet for a bit. Still a strong build, of course, so it's not a huge detriment. Yeah, Aster still holding on to this lead. Falls onto throwing. A little down cancel on that Dourhead with a vertical. Big Rayfall comes back out. Both of GraX's builds now very low health. It's a dire situation. Almost dies to that vertical while trying to put up some Rayfalls. Nearly dodging another Precipice vertical, and the double wave just catches. Aster has brought this to a game 3. Okay. Even random has some limits. Double deadline is 2 ass. Aster sticking with the Swift Phoenix, Rebecca Vertical. GraX's surely thinking about potential options into this Phoenix. It really hampered his game plan on both the May and the Dour. Swapping over to Seeker, it looks like. Seeker Homing Star. I think this can work decently well if GraX was able to catch Aster going for unsafe Phoenixes, but at least with the Homing Star, I mean, with the Seeker, it might be tough to work around Phoenix. Let's see what GraX's got in store. Game 3, both players facing elimination here in the lower bracket. Opening salvos from long range. GraX gets the first down with some Rayfalls. And the Phoenix threat has been put away for now. It's another couple Rayfalls in on this Rebecca Vertical. Aster gets a vertical shot back in. GraX is approaching. We see the Secret Homing Star out for the first time. Nice! Sweet spot. Close to the sweet spot. seems like it'll combo fairly well out of that Crescent C. Ooh, Homing Star is reaching around those walls. Yeah, the air shot might be difficult for Swift to contend with. Very interesting interactions with that Swift charge. Yeah, from long range, GraX took good advantage of being so high up. He was able to sort of coast around under that Phoenix. Yeah, it doesn't look like Aster's prepared to deal with this Homing Star. It's a very mobile build, so it requires good use of Phoenix to try to catch Seeker's jumps. Does so there. GraX manages to get out. Now in mid-range, ooh, the charge is a little slow from Seeker, surprisingly. Has just come out positive from that exchange. There's another Phoenix close range, no follow-up. The charge comes in. Good work to get the charge, but nothing out of it. Exel's got a good amount of health on this Mei. Aster's quite low. But if Aster can close the distance and put some pressure on this Mei, he might still be able to take this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. GraX getting a little close, falls onto the double wave. Aster narrowly avoiding those ray falls, though. Oh, just gets caught. GraX with a narrow 2-1 victory after what looked to be a pretty open and shut game 1. That Phoenix swap really did a lot of work there. Okay, let's for Aster. Alright, me versus Palshia first.
Alright.
Okay. Basic. Okay. Let me get it set up. Alright, I'm gonna mute now.
Alright, best of luck. Yeah, KK, it would be great if you got some me time and decided to join us for this one. Really love if you were here, my god. Looks like Seiken's going to be sticking with the main needle build with Tommy B and Cockroach G and changing it up from the ground to short thrust. And Milky Way Sniper in the back. Lucca's looking to run Metal Bear Splash and Chicken Heart Flame. Probably going to be... Lucca's probably going to want to push the pace while Seiken's probably going to want to keep control of the matchup. Thankfully, at least. The Tomahawk B plus the Cockroach is going to be a good deterrent from Lucca from approaching. He finally gets in with those splash shots. Great sniper from Seiken in the Chaos twice now as well. He's doing a great job with the Metal Bear Splash right now, trying to push him into a corner to where he can abuse his gun. Throwing P has been a really good deterrent so far, plus the Solar Pillar. Just restricting the movement of Seiken here. Both swap. Chicken Heart Flame is out. Beating down on the Milky Way Sniper. Both players still low on health, a little bit apprehensive about going in. Lucca close the distance. Gets caught in the Chicken Heart charge, and Seiken's successfully able to dash out of it with the May Needle. And Seiken takes the first round. Completely expected from these two so far, with both of them being very good at neutral play. I assume that Lucca's probably going to make some adjustments to change up so he can match the speed of Seiken here. They are currently going to stage select, and it's looking like we're between High Rise and Frozen. Oh no. It looks like we're going to Flower Garden for this one. Lucca's changing up to Glory Flame with the Chicken Heart. Seiken makes no changes to his builds this time. The smaller body on Glory will probably give him a little bit easier mobility whenever getting trapped in those situations. So far, both players are still playing in neutral as Chicken Heart Flame is just abusing the position. Great dodge on Lucca's part. A little bit of a hit with the flame, and then immediately gets punished with the needle. Looks like Lucca's thinking to abuse the corner to his advantage with that, since the throwing peak can just force Seiken right in. Seiken gets a great needle shot. Milky Way is out. Seiken's gonna have to stem the bleeding from Lucca here. Great timing on the sniper shot from Seiken. Lucca's really making himself vulnerable with that glory charge. I think he's hoping for Seiken to dash in to get it. Great sniper timing from Seiken again. Lucca still has the health advantage, so he's probably just wanting to overwhelm Seiken more. Neither of these players are going to go to time, most likely, but Lucca could very well just run it out if he wanted to. Seiken's doing a great job of just defensively moving, trying to peel off whatever health he can off that chicken heart. One flame hit will do it for him. It is just utter chaos with bombs and pods being thrown out on the field. Great timing from Seiken there with that sniper shot. Flame hits, and Seiken takes game 2 with a nice timed out sniper shot and needle switch. And it looks like we're going back to Garden. Looks like Luke is thinking about running the same build for Glory and Chicken Heart against this. He did have a health advantage last game, so he might be thinking that he can recreate that and win in this situation. Both are now just starting off even more aggressive with their bombs and pods. Great combo from Seiken here with the sniper into his pods. The trio A. Actually, no, it's trio F. The trio F is actually doing a really great job of forcing Chicken to not land on the ground in certain spaces. Luke is already down to 270 on 240 on the Glory, and 500 on the Chicken Heart. Seiken with the good health advantage right now. Neither one wanting to waste time in this game 3. Luke is doing a great job of just throwing down PNG blasts everywhere. Dashed right into a sniper shot for his credit, though. Great dash around from Chicken Heart here. Almost killed himself on that one, but thankfully he's able to get this swap in. Luke has to figure something out for the Milky Way right now. Seiken rarely jumps into shots there, so may not be to the best of his advantage to rely on that. Great charge in. Doesn't hit the charge on them, but gets a sniper shot to the face, and Seiken takes game 3. It's getting harder to call the action between these two right now with how much that's sped up. And it looks like we're calling it there at Seiken winning losers finals. Seiken, how are you feeling after that?
I don't know, got some of my confidence back after the thrashing that Palshia gave me. Like, game 2 was intense.
I know. Like, that first game that I played against Palshia at the start, I got utterly dominated by by the Rahu Beast Vulture. I think after playing it, you can get some of the timing there.
Yeah.
It's just so difficult to approach Palshia.
Alright, here we go.
Yep. But congrats on your win.
Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna mute again.
Alright. Oh, before you do.
Yep.
Were you 3-0 against Lucca? I thought it was 2-1.
No, yeah, I won 3-0.
Oh crap, I thought Lucca won the first game between you guys. Oh my god.
No.
I am a horrible commentator then.
It's fine. Alright, muting.
Alright, it looks like we're going to be dealing with the Rahu Beast, Vulture, and Rebecca Quickshot that Palshia's been using throughout the tourney. Halberd Pursuit is being brought out. Potentially. So it looks like Seiken's going to be trying to abuse the fact of being long range this time to try to catch Palshia when they're firing. Or just whenever they're landing, of course, with Pursuit. Great charge from Palshia there. Seiken's really using the Tower Head's aerial acceleration to his advantage here. Downed himself to avoid any extra damage from that X-Blast. I know that wasn't intentional, but it's still a good call. She's doing a great job applying pressure from the outside. Both of these players have yet to break out their second Robo to take damage, of course. And now Seiken makes the swap. Palshia's just abusing the Vulture to be even more oppressive on the map here, forcing Seiken to find a good opportunity to hit, but it is not showing up so far. Palshia now has an extreme health advantage. Seconds remaining. Both players are just trying to abuse the outside position, not dash in. Palshia taking game 1. Palshia only needs to win 3 games to take grand final. Seiken's going to need a bracket reset to be able to take it. Looks like they're going to Robo's room for the second one. I'm expecting Seiken to make a change, but I don't know what they're exactly going to be changing to for this. Oh, something go wrong? I'm assuming it's a buffer. Ooh, controller issue from Palshia here. Welcome, Lucca.
Yeah, Palshia said something, said A in chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just said A in chat.
Thankfully, Seiken at least understands Japanese to some degree, because me and you are probably screwed on this one.
Wait, are the Nintendo Switch 2 guys watching Palshia? Hold on. I don't think they are. Hold on. Wait, I should stream it to them.
Yeah, that would be great. It looks like... Oh. Looks like we're resetting. I did not catch the build beforehand, but it looks like Seiken's changing over to the Mace Splash. Seiken already getting up in the face of Palshia here. Eats an X-Blast, but is still able to recover nicely into that. Look, how have you been feeling about this Vulture build that Palshia's been breaking out so far?
Hold on. Are they watching? I think they were.
Yep. We're live right now.
No, I meant the V2 lens. So I've played against Palshia these days on like friendlies. I went pretty even with him. Even on my match with him, I was pretty even. The thing about that build, which I think is the thing that Seiken is not pulling here, for example, with the Dracro, he's suffering a lot because it doesn't reach opponents that have high jump speed and verticality, you know? So like it can't reach. So he's using the throwing P here to try and do that, but the Dracro is just not doing it as much. The build is very strong, but because it's annoying, especially at higher buffers.
And typically everyone's going to be playing at a higher buffer against Palshia.
Yes.
Which they're doing a really great job right now of... Actually, Seiken's doing a lot better on this one, that they finally busted out the Rebecca and pulled off some health from it. The lead is not...
Seiken should wait to use the Acrobat after Palshia fires the Tomahawk beat right there. because otherwise he just gets like fucking pinched to the ground. Oh god.
Looks like Palshia's still trying to gauge the distance. A quick shot here.
Yeah, so seiken switch to splash. I didn't see that. That should work spectacularly here. Especially
Longer
with the
range.
2
30
Ki
health.
blasts.
Oh my god. 13.
And he's dead.
And seiken takes it. I do like the combination though for it. I think Palshia later on was able to find the range with the quick shot because it seemed like they were struggling at the start.
So yeah, Palshia's build should work better with splash instead of quick shot. I don't know why he doesn't use it. I think quick shot is a bit more annoying to fight against, but I think splash would work in his favor because then you could blast with the G and the B up. If I was seiken, I would just switch to rayoh here, if I was honest. But I had planned on using the same glory flame that I use against seiken against Palshia because both of the builds are very like high jumping, but I don't think it would work great against the Rebecca.
Yeah, especially because of the
It would
armor.
work great. I think the main problem is the 4 dash just really cancel out flame, but it would work great against the rayoh beast, which I think is the one he's having more trouble with here.
So far, seiken takes first blood, and they're switching back over to the Milky Way vertical. At least I thought it was.
I think seiken needs to count his jumps a bit more, especially when there are vultures on the sky.
Yeah.
Because he's hitting hit as he is going down.
I mean, he's doing a great job so far dealing with that rayoh beast with what he's got.
Oh, he got comboed by his own splash because of the feints. By his own B-blast.
I do think once you get rid of the rayoh beast, it's just the Rebecca you need to worry about, and that's probably what seiken's gonna have to like just.
Yes, out of the 2 builds, the most counterable one is the rayoh beast. Against the Rebecca, you can't exactly pin it down. All you can do is like overwhelm it, and I don't think vertical is exactly it. Maybe with the combination that he has. I don't think you can exactly outrange or outspace.
Yeah.
The problem is vertical is not gonna hit because it's sassy. If it does, you're just gonna get out-traded, I think, by the Tomahawk base.
I mean, it's hitting so far, yeah.
Yeah, he's playing more aggressive than I thought, which can also work.
I think vertical does better because of the range difference between the quick shot. That's the only argument I'd make for it.
I think that Palshia is just not using the quick shot at close range. He's only sticking to it at long range, at mid range.
Oh yeah, I mean, Palshia typically plays a keep away game and oppresses people with that. And the quick shot is probably just better for firepower. Or at least
for sure,
rate
but
of
like
fire.
When seiken's getting close, he's trying to like jump up and use the Tomahawk B and the Dolphin G instead of using the quick shot to pull him away and then do that combo. Because look, once it hits, it's fucking badonkers.
Oh yeah,
and seiken really needs to watch out here. I would switch, and it's yeah.
They switched.
You called it. Yeah, there isn't much you can do.
Wrong call at the moment. Palshia takes grand finals.
A clean sweep from Palshia. Was I the only one that took a match out of him? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. And it was a splash, so my point still stands. The splash is broken.
And Palshia has won their 2nd major of the year. Seiken, how are we feeling?
Oh.
It's rough fighting Palshia, isn't it?
Yeah, I got closer in that 3rd game at least, which I feel good about. But,
you did really good with that purple there.
Your voice is very robotic, Aster.
Ah, my bad. You did very good with that vertical.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, the only one to take a game this set from Palshia was Lucca.
Yeah, it was the 2nd game I almost had him. It was because of one standard X that I didn't see.
I feel like I could have taken him game 2, and it just slipped through my fingers because I just wasn't playing as well.
I think that the problem is Dolphin on his sassy build because it works great against grounded builds, and since the G Blast, it also can catch opponents that are like above, like mid, like kind of medium air heart. It still hits. So like I think that's the main problem. The problem is just Dolphin G. If you can avoid Dolphin G and not get into quick shot range, then you can, I think, snag the win. I just don't know exactly what that would be, but I think it would be something alongside of something with wide jump, maybe a strike vanisher, little raider, even a Milky Way wide jump. It should work, but it's very hard to do because of the Tomahawk B.
I'm just gonna break out the like little raiders slicer against Palshia at one point and hope that works.
That should work. Because the Lyster is great vertically, and he's using a Rahu Beast with high jump, a Sassy Stone with high jump. It can work. I don't think Slicer is a great confirm. Maybe if you hit something else that brings him down, maybe like a Tomahawk B or Solar Pillar, it could work.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure I could just run a Tommy G on it and, like, circle around the corner once I get close and try to avoid it.
Yeah, what I did was I used a chicken flame and then double G blast. No, throwing P, Tomahawk G. So I would just like overwhelm him from afar. The same thing I did with Seiken. It didn't work exactly as I wanted. I think I needed to swap flame for something else, like vertical. If I had used vertical, I think I would have snagged the win there.
I'm surprised you didn't break out Glory Swordstorm. I understand, like, the matchup there probably wouldn't favor it, but with how much movement was going on, eventually it would overwhelm. At least in my opinion.
The problem is that I am too stuck with Swordstorm. Like, if I need to at least fire like twice, 3 times to like make it count. If I fire it once and then move, it will never hit. It's not good enough. So the only way that I could do it is like Pursuit from afar. Pursuit from afar could do it. But I just think that the glider,
I'm still very glad
glider.
that both of you guys broke out Pursuit.
I forgot the name. Oh, what's the name of the gun he was using? Vulture?
Vulture.
Yeah, I think Vulture.
Yeah.
The big problem with Vulture is not even the air shot. I think it's the ground shot, because you try approaching him from the ground, then it's just so from the air. It's just like so fucking fast on the ground that you can do much.
Well, Seiken, congratulations to Palshia. What would you like to do from here?
I'm just gonna end the stream now. I'm good.
All right, go for it.
Yep. GG's everyone. Thank you for playing.
Good
Thanks
game.
for
Congratulations, Palshia.
whoever watched.
I do think I can beat Palshia next time.